Hello everyone, my name is Idiotic Synergy and I've just recorded this video. Basically, Wizards of the Coast's new open gaming license is designed to screw over creators. And I've recorded this video before, but I got far too angry. Like, apocalyptically angry. Because this new open gaming license is designed to screw over creators of any size. It's designed so that it's just them wanting a cut despite the fact they haven't really done anything to earn a cut. It's just shit. And I got really angry. And it was unwatchable, that video. I've deleted it because there's no point being angry at Wizards of the Coast and being incoherent. I would rather be angry and slightly coherent, if that makes sense, because I look at this and I look at the people it's going to hurt and I just feel pure fucking anger at it. Want to know why? Because a lot of these creators that Wizards of the Coast think they can screw over, they're the ones that make D&D what it is. It isn't Wizards of the Coast. Wizards of the Coast just merely produced the game. But everybody else, the community for it, did the legwork. And I know Critical Role gets a bad rap, but it's safe to say that without Critical Role and a few other creators, D&D wouldn't be in a position where it is now. Hell, you could argue that without these creators, Wizards of the Coast would go bankrupt. It's genuinely disgusting to me that this company thinks it can screw over its creators and charities all because it wants a cut. No matter what. I mean, originally the old open gaming license was pretty goddamn open. It was made in 2002. Hell, I think the article even goes over the fact that it was made in 2002. And, let's see. No, not 2002, sorry, 2000. And it allowed a lot of designers and publishers to make their game, to expand D&D. It was quite good. It was really quite good. The fact that even its competitors, as they word it, were able to make their own company grow through D&D was pretty cool. You got a feeling that Wizards of the Coast at one time generally cared about the community. Now that's gone under the bin. I mean, it's been like that for quite some time. Now, obviously, I'm a Warhammer channel. I don't really play D&D, it's not my cup of tea, but seeing stuff like this where it's like, oh, you need a license, you need a license or otherwise you can't monetize your content. That's scummy. That's scummy. And I've read stuff where it affects charities as well. Wanting a cut from like charity work earns you a special place in hell in my book. In fact, this whole thing of them trying to fuck over creators proves to me that D&D isn't, like, when you think about it, Wizards of the Coast don't need, Wizards of the Coast just needs to fuck off. Hell, the creators don't need Wizards of the Coast. Wizards of the Coast need the creators because without them, they're nothing. They are genuinely nothing. And yes, you can point at Magic the Gathering, but the amount of times they're trying to screw over their fan base on that front, it's insane. And yes, I know Games Workshop is a shit company. Believe me, Games Workshop isn't exactly the best company out there, but compared to Wizards of the Coast, they're pretty all right. I think they're all right in some comparisons. I mean, hell, their policies on fan art and shit is pretty poisonous, granted, but they haven't ever done something like this. They haven't gone to Luton's door and gone, "Oi, mate, give us money." it generally baffles me why this policy is in place, and why is it called an open gaming license where it's so controlling and bitter and vindictive. Oh well, you see, it's to stop our competitors. If the competitors are doing a better job than you, maybe it's the fault of you, not your competitors. And maybe this open gaming license will just draw people into your competitors rather than let them staying on. Because without people creating music, and I mean, there's this bit here, pantomimes. I've never seen a D&D pantomime, but I want to see one now. However, I know that I would be mugged at the door by a Wizards of the Coast wanker. I generally don't have anything nice to say about Wizards of the Coast. I mean, yes, I can call them cunts all I want, but it won't solve anything. And I've got a solution, but I doubt it's ever going to work. I mean, I've seen people talk about gatekeeping all the time, and obviously it's one of those never-ending arguments that always ends in a yelling match. But if I was a D&D creator, I would just gatekeep Wizards of the Coast, because you don't need them, they need you. Wizards of the Coast are a poisonous company that does not give a shit about its fan base. They see their fan base as nothing more as cash machines, as pigs or cows to be milked. I mean, what is it with... I mean, this is the second scam thing this year. I mean, first off, it was bloody Logan Paul when you know, he did his old crypto scam, and now it's Wizards of the Coast trying to fuck over its creators. I generally don't understand what this policy is going to do, other than just encourage a whole bunch of creators to move over to a different game or move over to your competitors. Oh well, you see, it's fine because our fan content policy, is more vindictive than anything Games Workshop has put out. It is up there as being one of the most vindictive fan content policies I've ever read. It's generally disgusting how they treat their own fans. And Wizards of the Coast should be fucking grateful. And the fact they just want more money and more money, and they're doing it like this, just goes to show you what sort of company it is. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than all creators will need to clearly and deliberately distinguish their content from licensed content to unlike. It's not good. It's not good, and it's going to screw over so many content creators. And something that I read, this will OGL publishers have to pay royalties? This bit made me furious because it states that it covers all commercial uses, whether they're profitable or not. So if you go into Kickstarter and it's in the red, you still have to pay up. You still have to pay up. Why? Because they want a cut. And to hell with the consequences for you, but for Wizards of the Coast, they don't give a shit. And I would like to be this angry, swearing, incoherent mess. But it's not going to do me any good, mainly because I got heartburn halfway through. But another reason is that this company is disgusting. And you should not support Wizards of the Coast at all. It generally baffles me. And, oh, don't worry, there's a revenue tier list as well. It just hurts the community rather than helps. And I know that other companies will see this and try and get away with it. So, if anybody watches this, I doubt it because I'm filming this at like midnight. But if anybody's watching this and you got this far, then well done. Thank you for putting up with my voice. But if you're watching this and you see any company try and pull this shit in the future, tell them to fuck off. Seriously, just gatekeep that company. Vote with your wallet. Vote with your wallet. Don't support the company. Don't allow them to get away with this. And I know what's going to happen. Over the couple of days, they're going to retract this agreement, and people are going to forget. They're only going to retract this agreement because, or this update to their open gaming license, because they thought they could get away with it. And I have nothing more to say other than Wizards of the Coast are just a bunch of cunts. I have nothing else to say. Wizards of the Coast are run by cunts, and you shouldn't support them. Generally. I've seen plenty of shit companies in my time. It's not even... 2023 hasn't properly started yet, and already we got shit like this. It disgusts me. It generally disgusts me. And I generally think this company should just be left for dead. Gone. Forgotten. Make D&D public domain. That's what I would do. Make D&D public domain, and let the creators make their living without this company. Anyway, I've been Idiotic Synergy, and if you've been watching this video, thanks. If not, then I don't blame you. I'll see you later. I'll probably do a Warhammer video in the morning or something to cheer myself up. Anyway, bye for now, take care, and look after each other. And if you know any D&D creators, support them. Because, my god, they're going to need it. Bye for now.